This is 5 on your side at 5. Focused on you.
A man is in police custody tonight after a standoff and hostage situation at a St. Charles City Hall parking garage. Thanks for joining us. I'm Mike Bush.
And I'm Ann Allred in for Kelly Jackson. The standoff began shortly before 10 a.m. and lasted about 2 hours. Our Justina Cornell has been there all day at North 2nd and Monroe. Justina.
That man surrendered at 12:08 and a woman was released as well. We're told no one was hurt during that time. Now, police say they arrived to the scene here at 9:53 after a disturbance call came in for the St. Charles City parking garage. That's when officers found a man and a woman near a car in the lower level of the garage. We're told he was armed with a gun and officers were involved in a standoff. The man and woman were inside the car as several negotiators from St. Charles City and County were called in. We've learned the two are married. Now, the St. Charles mayor tells me a court case wasn't favorable for some reason this morning, and the woman entered the garage and bystanders heard screams and gunshots. Now, police can't confirm a shot was fired, though.
We're still trying to sort out whether or not it was against her will or if she was there voluntarily. I'm glad that it came to a peaceful conclusion. We worked well with our partners today, and again, I'm glad that everyone is safe.
Again, we're told no one was hurt in this process. For now, we're waiting to see if and when charges will come down. Reporting live in St. Charles, Justina Cornell, 5 on your side.
A man is in custody after police say he killed a woman in Belleville. Police got a call to Ben Lewis Drive last night for a domestic case. They found a man and woman inside a home. The woman had been shot. Police have not yet released names of the victim or the suspect.
It has been a warm day around St. Louis, but our Weather First team is tracking some changes.
Yeah, we have a chance for severe weather tomorrow evening. So let's toss it over to meteorologist Gary Frank, who's in for Jim Castillo tonight. Gary.
Yeah, good evening. You can see that it doesn't feel like mid-April, but the severe weather definitely feels like April as we see clouds start to build right now. And we may even see a few showers and storms tonight, but that's not the main impact here as we look into the Metro East. But still, some of those clouds are starting to build. And as we zoom in, you can see some of those clouds build right along where this front is. We could show you where that is specifically as you have that south wind. And these aren't really holding together, so I'm not expecting them to grow much past sunset, which is ideal for our severe weather potential, but it isn't out of the question that we'll have an isolated storm or two from which Rich Woods, Potosi into Festus as that front continues to lift north. As we look otherwise, though, the main severe weather threat is now in central Nebraska, central Kansas, a wide area of enhanced risk for severe weather. In fact, our first watches have already started to go up from Rapid City, central South Dakota, and into central Nebraska. Now, what goes on there over the next 12 hours or so will really have an impact on our opportunities as that storm continues to work its way toward us. 86 right now, the warmest temperature we've seen all day, with an east breeze as evident that that warm front hasn't lifted north. We're starting to get a little bit more humidity. You may start to feel that the rest of the night. Other than over the next couple of hours, an isolated storm is possible. I don't expect much as we stay warm and muggy. But Tuesday, our next weather alert day for severe weather potential. All types of severe weather are possible as we continue to talk about what those storms out west are doing. We'll monitor that trend, talk about some of the main threats and the timing of Tuesday's severe weather impact.
And you can find our Weather First forecast on KSDK.com. For a link, just text the word weather to 314-425-5355. New automated traffic cameras are coming to the streets of St. Louis, and that means soon drivers could start to see tickets showing up in their mailbox.
Our political editor, Mark Maxwell, has new details on how these cameras will work and when you could see them going up. Mark.
And Mike, the technology promises to rush reinforcements to a depleted police department, now 352 officers short of its budgeted strength. Mayor Jones and a progressive-leaning board of aldermen embraced these enforcement tools after a rash of high-speed, high-profile, and high-impact crashes.
It seems everyone in St. Louis can agree on one thing.
Driving is out of control in the city of St. Louis.
Monday morning, the Board of Aldermen voted 12-2 to do something about it.
We're going to bring back traffic cameras, including red light cameras and speed cameras.
Board Bill 105 now sits on the desk of Mayor Jones. It would allow the city to hire a camera company to install surveillance devices in high-speed hotspots.
To reduce reckless driving on our streets.
The last time St. Louis installed these, courts struck them down as unconstitutional.
We probably will get sued over it again.
These cameras, equipped with more precise technology to show the driver's face, would capture cars running red lights, speeding, or rolling through stop signs. Alderwoman Kara Spencer voted for it, but says the plan still has some flaws that might let some speedsters off the hook.
If you don't have tags on your car, if it's not your car, there's a whole host of reasons why you could skirt that easily. So I'm pushing for tougher policy.
Outside City Hall,
that was a bunch of bull crap.
Reaction was mixed.
That's like a setup, you know what I'm saying? It's a trick. And I just don't think that that's right. If a cop doesn't catch you, I don't think no light should.
Others saw the upside in cracking down.
Everybody's speeding. Yeah. Running the lights. We need to control the traffic. We need to control this craziness in the city.
A second board bill would spend all the fines and fees collected on traffic signs and driver's education classes.
Is there any estimate at all how much revenue this could generate?
We honestly don't know. It could be a lot. We hope that it is a declining amount.
But could the city eventually start to use that money to plug other holes in the budget?
You know, I think that could potentially be a question for another day.
Once Mayor Jones signs this bill, it could take about 2 months to ink the deal with the camera company. There's no limit on how many cameras they can install, just instructions to install them in trouble zones. Once they go up, drivers caught on camera speeding or running through a red light will just get a warning during the first 30-day period. Then it starts to carry more costly consequences.
Dillard's is going to keep its store at the Chesterfield Mall. It closed years ago, and there's been a legal battle to keep it from being demolished. Today, we learned it will stay open as part of the new downtown Chesterfield redevelopment plan. The plan includes demolishing the rest of the mall and then building apartments, shops, and businesses. Chesterfield Mall will close later this summer, and demo will begin this fall. We could be just days away from being invaded by millions of insects. Experts are now warning that the 13 and 17-year cicadas could come out of the ground sooner than it's expected.
5 on your side, Holden Kerwicki is live in Madison County. And so, Holden, what's behind this possible early arrival?
Well, Mike, and typically cicadas come out of the ground in May or June, but with these warmer temperatures that we've had for the last several days, many experts believe that we could start seeing them on trees by the end of this week. Now, according to the experts out at the Butterfly House, cicada nymphs start to emerge when the ground temperature reaches 64 degrees. Today, soil monitors at the Butterfly House measured the ground temperature at 57, but that's up 5 degrees in just the last 2 days. If that trend continues, we could see the 13-year brood of cicadas by midweek across the St. Louis region, but there's no reason to be alarmed since they don't pose a threat to humans or our four-legged friends.
Pets might actually enjoy their emergence because dogs and maybe even some cats will snack on them, and they're totally safe to eat. In fact, birds are going to be eating them, lizards, frogs. It's like a feast for nature during this time.
Adult cicadas typically eat plants and sap off of trees, but there are a few things that you need to do to try and protect those young saplings in the ground. I'll have more on that coming up at 6 o'clock. Reporting live in Madison County, Holden Kerwicki, 5 on your side.
Right now, State Route 185 in central Illinois is closed because of this, a giant sinkhole. This is between Hillsborough and Coffeen, just east of Litchfield. IDOT says the sinkhole is getting bigger and the area is not safe to travel. An expert's going to check it out, and then IDOT will decide whether the road can reopen.
Coming up, former President Trump goes to trial, the latest on his hush money case involving Stormy Daniels.
An investigation into the Baltimore bridge collapse, why the FBI is getting involved.
A new bundle of joy at the St. Louis Zoo. Tonight, we're introducing you to one of its newest members.